Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Los Angeles Lakers video. We are going to talk about a possible Kyle Kuzma trade. Now, if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, hit that sub button. It really pushes the video out to new people on YouTube. We're also about, I think, 86 subscribers away from 4.6K. So we're creeping towards 5K, man. I have something special planned at 5K subscribers, so hopefully we hit that soon. Let's get into today's video. Now, Kyle Kuzma, obviously, he signed a contract extension with the Los Angeles Lakers last offseason, but you could argue he is one of their most valuable trade chips at this current moment. Now, actually, back in May, Bleacher Report writer Jake Fisker reported that LA tried to deal Kyle Kuzma before the trade deadline. And then NBA insider from ESPN, Mark J. Spears, he recently noted that Kyle Kuzma looks like he's on the way out of Los Angeles. So on this past year, Kyle Kuzma did not have a great season. He did not have a great end to his season. Now, he's actually a career 15-point per game scorer. Now, this season, since LeBron and AD came to LA, he has had to change his game. And I think that gets overlooked way too much because before AD came over, I mean, he averaged 18.5 points per game. This guy averaged 16 points per game in his rookie year. He saw his minutes go from 31, 33 down to 25 and 28. So while Kuzma still got plenty of run this past year, he did not look the same. But I do want to point out, I think personally a lot of that has to do with Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder isn't necessarily the same floor general and ball spacer like Rajon Rondo was. With Rajon Rondo, he knows where to find you. He knows when to find you. So it's just not the same with Dennis Schroeder, and we really saw that this year, especially in the playoffs, in my opinion. I mean, they had a tough end to the season, and there was a playoff game where Dennis Schroeder didn't even have a point. So that can't happen. Rajon Rondo would get the ball out to Kyle Kuzma, guys like Kyle Kuzma, guys like Ben McLemore for more threes, and it was just a tough year for Kuzma. So we're going to talk about a couple of trades here, but it's unlikely that Kuzma will get the opportunity to kind of do whatever he wants to do with LeBron James and Anthony Davis both on the team. So he's going to have to land on a team that can kind of make him almost the face of their franchise. So let's talk about a couple of trades here. This first trade is not too bad one bit. It is KCP, Kyle Kuzma, a 2024 second-round pick, and a 2023 second-round pick for Buddy Hield. Now, this trade, to me, is only if they are completely sold on getting rid of Kyle Kuzma. I don't like that KCP is in this trade because, to me, he provides relatively good defense, whereas Buddy Hield, I mean, there's no good defense over there. So the good news about Buddy is he's under contract for several years, $22.5 million for the next 3 years. The only thing is so is Kyle Kuzma and so is KCP. Both of those two guys are locked up for quite some time. So I'm not 100% sure I like that trade, but it is, I know Laker fans really want to get Buddy Hield over here into LA. So briefly, I want to touch on this. There was a highlight reel where Kuzma dropped 42 on Instagram, and here was what it said. The league is all situational. Kyle Kuzma had to alter his entire role and approach when the Lakers got AD and LeBron, and it led to an NBA final. Unfortunately, in today's casual world, this can be led to folks thinking someone isn't a good basketball player and forgetting all about who they were when they got back to their strengths. He will get back to his true self soon. Just watch. Kuz responded soon with the shh. So this is probably my favorite trade, although you are giving up your first-round pick. Kyle Kuzma, the number 22 pick in this year's draft, and then a 2023 second-round pick for Miles Turner, stretch big. And I've made a couple of videos for the Lakers trying to get different trade hypotheticals where Miles Turner finds his way in LA, because I think this guy's the perfect piece. Now, it leaves you with a bit of a question mark on what to do with Andre Drummond. I know Andre Drummond isn't too thrilled with LA right now. I know he's not too thrilled with Frank Vogel right now. So who knows how that situation's going to pan out if if Andre Drummond were to just be like, yeah, I'm out, which he very might well. This trade is perfect because you're only getting rid of one player who probably doesn't really want to be there too much. And then you're getting, Miles Turner, 6'11", defensive stud, averaged like 3 blocks per game this past season. One of the greatest interior defensive men in the NBA. And that is exactly what the Lakers could use, just more defense, more defense, more defense. And then this guy also solid on offense, and he can stretch the floor, which is a great piece. But also, LeBron James, he's going to be able to just put it on a platter with, like, especially lob passes to Miles Turner. So I really like that trade. That's probably my favorite trade. This next trade I'm not too big on. If you guys follow my YouTube, you guys know I post a lot of Rockets videos, and just for the Rockets, for the Lakers side, I don't really understand this trade. It's Kyle Kuzma goes to the Rockets, and the Lakers in return get DJ Augustine and Daniel House Jr. I don't see this trade happening at all unless LA was like, we need to get rid of Kyle Kuzma right now, like, no questions asked. And I don't think that's going to happen. Like I said, man, the quality shooter, quality defender, on contract for $13 million. Like, I don't think that they're necessarily in a huge rush to get rid of him. However, to play devil's advocate, the Lakers, you are getting 2 solid players here. I've got my issues with Daniel House Jr. and his inconsistency, but he is a relatively good shooter, and his defense is just probably the worst part about his game. But DJ Augustine, he's a good ball handler, he's a good playmaker, good facilitator, so he would definitely be able to come onto that Lakers bench and just it would be an immediate upgrade to that bench. That bench would all of a sudden kind of become fun to watch with DJ Augustine and Daniel House Jr. on it. As crazy as it sounds, DJ Augustine can still hoop. He's got plenty of gas left in the tank. But like I said, man, I don't really understand this trade too much from the Lakers' perspective. I don't think that would happen. Now, this will be the last one here. I don't think this trade will happen unless Trez is gone. So this is Montrezl Harrell and Kyle Kuzma for Buddy Hield. Like I said, not a huge fan of this trade because you're getting rid of 2 players that are helping your team win right now on really, really franchise-friendly contract, really team-friendly contracts. Trez is making less than $10 million a year. If Trez says, I'm out of here, I need more money, I need more playing time, then it makes a little bit more sense. Then it's essentially just a Kyle Kuzma for Buddy Hield swap. And in that situation, the Lakers could desperately use more shooters. So it wouldn't be the end of the world. I still think that the Lakers, just like every team in the NBA, needs to go out and find a good defensive wing, maybe at least 1 or 2. Either way, if this trade were to happen or not, I think that they need more defensive wings. But this trade, it's not too bad. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit that sub button. Let me know what trades you like, what trades you don't like, and send any trades you think you want to get done.